In the ancient city of Samaria, fear had taken hold of the land. An enemy army surrounded the city, cutting off every supply. Food became so scarce that people were starving. Desperation filled the streets, and hope seemed to disappear with each passing day. But outside the city gate sat 4 men no one cared about. They were lepers, outcasts, forced to live away from society because of their disease. While the people inside the city struggled, these 4 men had even less hope. They were weak, hungry, and forgotten. One evening, as the sun began to set, the men looked at each other and asked a question that would change everything. Why should we sit here until we die? If they stayed where they were, starvation would surely kill them. If they went back into the city, there was still no food. But ahead of them lay the enemy camp. It was a dangerous choice. If we go to the enemy camp, one of them said, they might kill us, but they might also spare us. With nothing left to lose, the 4 men slowly made their way toward the enemy camp as darkness fell. But something extraordinary had already happened, unknown to them. God had caused the enemy's soldiers to hear the terrifying sound of approaching armies and chariots. Convinced that a powerful army was coming to attack them, the soldiers panicked. In fear, they abandoned their camp and fled into the night, leaving everything behind. When the 4 lepers finally reached the camp, they were shocked. The tents were full of food. Gold and silver were scattered everywhere. Yet not a single soldier remained. The enemy was gone. The starving men entered the tents and began to eat and drink. For the first time in a long while, they were satisfied. They even gathered treasure and hid it for themselves. But after a while, one of them stopped and said something that struck the others deeply. What we are doing is not right. This is a day of good news, and we are keeping it to ourselves. So the 4 outcasts returned to the city gate and told the guards what they had discovered. Soon the news spread throughout Samaria. The people rushed out to the abandoned camp and found exactly what the lepers had described: food, supplies, and wealth left behind by the fleeing army. That day, the siege ended. The starving city was saved, and the heroes of the story were not kings, warriors, or prophets. They were 4 forgotten outcasts who simply refused to sit and die. Their courage to take one step forward became the miracle that saved a nation.